What's up, guys? Tristan here with Team Bubble, and I'm going to be showcasing you my second place Zodiac deck profile. Went to locals yesterday, decided to play Zodiac because why not? I saw a dude's deck profile that got fourth place at a legendary duelist thing in Europe, and so a lot of this build is what he did, but I did do some different adjustments, so it's a little bit different. The deck is really fun, but if you don't draw zoos, you lose. That's what happened to me round two. I lost to Cyber Dragons, which was a little embarrassing, but it's whatever. Game one, I was just kind of messing around, and I lost. And then game two, I opened a zoo, and then the Dark hold me, and I didn't see a zoo for the next six turns, so that was bad. But yeah, the deck did really good. Round one, played David. He was playing Pendulum Magicians. I beat him 2-1. Round two, the Cyber Dragon guy. Round three, I played. What did I play? Oh, I played True Draco, Metal Foe, Cosmo. The guy didn't have diagrams, and he opened really bad both games, so that was that. And the last round, I played Eric, which was another Zodiac mirror match. So there's that. I played a lot of other Team Bubble players, but we'll get right into this. It's a really fun deck. It definitely is. If you like anti-meta, you're going to play this deck. So first off, MVP of the deck. Best Zoo Monster. Lets you get another card into your hand by ditching another Zoo Monster, and it's also the biggest, and it does piercing when it's under an exceed material. Then, of course, you play 3 Whiptail. It banishes. It's 1200. It's the next biggest Zoo. We got 3 Ram. Really big defense. And it's okay. It's probably... You don't really want to draw it, or it's like the worst zoo to see pretty much. And then 1 Rapier, because Rapier is Foolish Burial, can send any of these to the deck. I'm considering putting in, adding a Bunny Blast just so you have that extra zoo monster. Because like I said, when I didn't see a zoo monster, I just lost. Because that's the only monsters you play in the deck besides hand traps, so you really need that. So yeah, it's 10 zoo monsters. Of course, for your hand traps, you got the Max C. It's not the best, but it's still really good. Because like with Pendulum Magicians, you have to do it on when they summon Harmonizing, because that's like a guaranteed 2 draws pretty much. But against like True Draco, it's not really good. Against Tricksters, it's not really good. But I still feel like you need to main it, and especially with Spirals coming out, it's not a bad decision. 3 Ash, best hand trap in the game. And then Ghost Ogre put in a lot of work today. It was really good against Pendulum Magicians, actually. Ghost Ogre and the Wisdom Eye, they just kind of killed themselves. And same with Oath Dragon. I did that to David, and he definitely wanted to kill himself. So, yeah, 7 hand traps. Pretty good. Might consider Drone Lock when, Spirals come out, but we'll see what happens. They're really expensive, so rip me. 3 Barrage, because it's at 3, so... this card is really good, especially if you open a Spiral plus this, just being able to summon the Barrage or the Thoroughblade from the deck and then ditching that Zoo is just really, really good. But yeah, I mean, pretty much with the 3 Barrage and the 3 Tenki, you're playing 16 Zoo monsters, which even that wasn't enough. And especially without Broad Bull getting you that extra search, it really hurts because the game 2 against a Cyber Dragon player, all I had was a Thoroughblade and no Zoo monsters in hand. So I just Thoroughblade and then summoned Borbo on top of it. And then he Dark Hold me. And if I would have had Broad Bull, I could have searched another Zoo monster and I would have been set up for next turn. So there's that. Then we got our 3 Pot of Desires. The original deck profile of this from the dude who taught the Legendary Duelist thing, he was only playing 2, but I felt like you want to play 3 in this deck, because you just want to see your traps. This is a stun deck. If you don't see your traps, if you just open all Zoo monsters, it's really ass. So you need the draw power. Next up, we got 2 Scapegoat. This card was freaking great. It helps you not get OTK'd when you don't see your Zoo monsters, and then also helps you go into Mrs. Radiant. And the nice thing is what I did a couple times in the tournament yesterday was I would Scapegoat during the end phase, then during my turn I'd make double Mrs. Radiant. That was freaking amazing, because then you got 1,000 boost to all Earth monsters. So it was really good. Then you got 2 Cosmic, because It's the best removal right now. And then your one board wipe is really good. I didn't play Soul Charge or Foolish Burial. That's gonna be like further testing. Like Foolish Burial is really good because you just send a zoo monster from the deck to the grave, and then Soul Charge is just Soul Charge. But I didn't miss them, so it wasn't too big of a deal. For the traps, you got 2 Mistake. In theory, it's really good, but like against Pendulum Magicians, they just pop it a lot, especially with the purple poison. David kept doing that to me yesterday. So it's really good, but you could definitely probably side it maybe. It just kind of depends. 2 Unending. This card was amazing. This card helped me win against David. It pops face up stuff, so like Pendulum Magicians just kill themselves. You got your 2 Stormware Force. This card was also really good, just bouncing stuff instead of destroying it. It's always nice. And then you got your Solemn Brigade with the 2 strikes, 1 warning. I didn't really think 3 was necessary, especially with all these other power traps. So this was definitely the right ratio. And then you got your 2 Zodiac combo. You want to be able to recycle as much as you can, and you want to be able to get things from the deck. So it's really good. Finally, for the last trap, you have Imperial Order, because it's Imperial Order. Like, there's no explanations for that. So it's a 43 card main deck. With 3 Desires, you're totally okay with that. Next up for the extra deck. Extra deck needs more testing, but I like it. You got your 2 Hammer Kong, 2 Borbo, 3 Tiger, and 3 Chakanine. This is pretty standard. I'm considering bumping up these guys. One of them to 3 would probably be Borbo. Borbo is really good. Just attacking for game is just so relevant. Yeah, so that's all the zoos. And then I'm playing the Utopia package. At my locals, people are playing Chaos Max. There's like 2 different people. So like this is relevant. But it never actually like came up where I could make a rank 4. It only did once. And I wanted to make a Chakanine instead. So like it's going to be really hard to do this unless I can put Soul Charge in the deck. So I might cut this, put in like a Tornado or another rank 4 Xyz instead of this, and then add the Borbo. And then I played 3 Mrs. Radiant. I could probably cut this to 2 and then put a Decode Talker. That was relevant once. But I like this. Mrs. Radiant is definitely really good. Like I said, a lot of the times I ended up putting 2 on the board. And yeah, and its effect to add when it's destroyed is really good. Especially when you barrage it, just super advantage. And finally, for the side deck. Side deck is not perfect, but it's alright. 2 Zaphions. I only sided in against Zoo for Eric, and I didn't see it. But it's also good against True Draco, obviously. 2 Kaiju, or Humongous at least. You want to play this one because you can add it back with Mrs. Radiant when it dies. This card's really good. Just Kaijuing Masterpiece. They just kind of cry. The other board wipe, because, board wipes. 2 System Down, because ABC is going to be a big thing. And then I was there for Cyber Dragon, but when I drew it, I wish this was a zoo instead of a freaking System Down when I drew it, so there's that. 2 Anti-Spell, kills Pendulums. I could maybe put this to 3, because like this card's really good. Maybe put in these in for mistakes. That might be my next testing thing, but yeah. 3 Typhoon. This card is for going second against Pendulum Magicians. Just being able to snipe their scales. So like if they put like Wisdom Eye and something else, you just snipe the Wisdom Eye. It's pretty good. I never saw it when I played against David, so that kind of sucks. So I didn't get to really test it, but I think I'll keep it in there for now. And then finally, we got your 3 Dimensional Barrier. Helped me win against against Zoo, against Eric. This card's really good still. It does really suck that it doesn't say Link. That's why you can't main deck this card. Because, like, if you play against Tricksters, this card's literally useless. If you play against True Draco, it's useless. And when Spirals come out, it's going to be also useless. Because they don't Xyz that much. But, yeah, so that's the side deck. The deck did really good. It doesn't brick that often. But, like, when you do, it's because you don't draw any zoo monsters. So that's the one thing I would definitely change. I think I'm going to put a Bunny Blast in here. But but I don't think I want to add any more than that. And then, yeah, extract might see some changing. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you want to see more Zoo deck profiles. I don't know if I'm going to keep playing this at locals because we're getting circuit break next week. So I'll be playing Destrudo ABC, I think. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more videos from Team Bubble, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.